I've been staying in Gainesville, Georgia for a while. Last Sunday, May 31st it was, I took a ride into the mountains to go to a little car show and somehow ended up at a motorcycle rally in Helen, Georgia. And today, I just want to show you guys how Helen is handling the whole Corona thing. Let's take a look. Supposed to be like a German town in the middle of Georgia. I don't know that I'm ever going to get into it. Gotta be where the bikes are. Look at that, it's like a rally. Let's see if I can park this tank somewhere. There's room in there. Little motorcycle rally. It ain't showing it here, but this town's so goddamn full of people, traffic, crowds. Jesus. Now that's weird. Looks like the band's on break. Well, here's a familiar sight. To me, anyway. Life here in Georgia today. What do you know? Rob is here. I haven't seen him in a long time. Get his little squirrely ass off the phone. Look at these old records Rob's got. 50s, 60s, and 70s. Cheap Thrills, Janis Joplin. Mamas and the Papas, oh my God. Bob Seger. The Doobie Brothers. There's Yoko Ono. Look at this old Beatles album, my God. Buffalo Springs. Where do you get this stuff? Tom Petty. Dead rock. Anyways, Rob is too busy on his cell phone to talk to anybody. I've seen him at shows for years. I got a carburetor from him once. I helped set this truck up a time or two at other shows.
Alright, Scott. So here
You was born in Poland.
Here's my story, yes. I was born in Poland until I was 5. My dad, of course, came here a year before we did to try to get us out of the country and try to become a citizen. So he went through all the legal paperwork, went to Washington, D.C., the embassy, the whole 9 yards. It took him a year to establish work and permits and whatever else had to be done back then in 1965. And we finally got out after a year. And
Communist Poland. You came
Communist Poland.
Under
it was
Russian
under
rule.
Russian rule. And it was, we went back a few times, and I remember a few things about it. One, my aunts having to wait till Tuesday or Wednesday to be able to go shopping because that was the day that they can get food, and that was that. Waiting in line for bread.
You were told what day of the week you could go to the store.
Yeah, that's the way it was, and not to mention the scum at the airport who enjoyed basically strip searching my 17-year-old sister to make sure she didn't bring in the contraband. They were scum, plain and simple.
So it's communism, huh?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a car?
No, we did not have a car. Nobody owned a car over there unless you were part of the government. It just didn't work that way. You rode the trolleys and the buses and you walked your happy ass wherever you needed to go.
So you guys were told what to do and what not to do mostly.
Pretty much, yeah.
Kind of like what's going on here right now.
And
lately?
Almost exact. And not to mention, just like's happening here where people are getting arrested for sitting in a church parking lot. All the churches, Catholic churches back then, were all underground because they couldn't get caught. Okay? That's communism, that's socialism, that's the whole 9 yards. And watch out. Don't let it happen to you. Fight for your liberty. That's all I got to say.
Well, here everybody's been afraid lately, and it's like if you have a restaurant you've worked hard to build and
But
you support your
fear's a great
family with
motivator.
it. Yeah, but if you got a restaurant and you've worked hard and you feed your family with it and you've worked hard to build it, I can come in and tell you to shut it down and go home until you go out of business.
Pretty much, if that's the case.
That's
yeah.
something they would do there.
Absolutely. They wouldn't even talk to you there. They'd come in and just
shut you down.
That was it. There was no talking. They'd come in and you were gone.
So instead of saying something like, "Hey, there's a problem going on. You might get sick. You might die. It's up to you because you're an adult. Watch how you want to handle it," like they used to do here. That's what they did in the last century.
Yeah. Exactly.
Give you the freedom to choose for yourself.
The United States, people come
because you
here,
might die, which
it doesn't matter if
you're going to die anyway.
I can die. I ride a motorcycle.
How do you want to take your chances?
I ride a motorcycle every day. I could die on that thing, and you know what? I'm not afraid to get back on it. Okay? I make an informed, educated choice, and that's what this country is. It should be about. That's why it was always great in the first place. People would say, "Make America great again." I love Donald Trump, great. But it was always great. That's why people want to keep coming here. Okay? If it's so shitty, why do people keep coming?
Well, I get that. But what I've seen here is government rule going on lately.
Yeah.
They over fear. People are afraid.
Yeah, because
afraid they're going to die. I mean, you're going to die. It's a matter of when.
That's how communism, socialism, that's their way.
Really?
They take your guns. They instill fear. Now you're dependent on the government.
That's how it works. Huh?
They got you. They got you. That's exactly how it begins.
See, the people here have never lived under what you're saying. Most of who I talk to, they're thinking, "Oh, well, we'll have more government rule, and then we're going to live the same."
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm like, I don't think so. I think we're not going to live in the same world you live in.
The generations
what about your kids?
Have going on now, they never went through the Cold War and all this stuff. They never saw war. Okay?
See you guys. Good talking to you.
See you later, brother.
Beauty. They never lived under that stuff. They never went through all of the craziness and the hostilities and Cold War days and nastiness. Okay?
It was worse for you than us, I guess. We just heard about it.
It's all movies for them, you know? It's not fiction. It's not happening. It's not happening.
What do you see happening here?
I see a lot of the same in certain parts of the country.
You're from New York.
I'm from New York, down here in Georgia for a reason. One, I had to get the hell out. Because they're all crazy up here. They're all crazy. And they're ratting on each other, okay? Because they're not wearing masks and all this other stuff. It's got to be an individual choice. If I choose to get sick and die, that's my fucking right. Period.
I agree. They're all going, but you're going to get me sick and I'm like, well, go stay in your house.
Get away from it.
Yeah, go stay in your house until it's over.
Yeah, please. Use your own God-given common sense.
You know, I know hardly anybody who's gotten sick, and everybody that I know that's got sick, it's only a few got better. Now, I have known a few that know a few people that have died, but not very many of them.
Listen,
I'm like, show me the money, bro.
death is a part of life. I understand.
Yeah, man.
I
Can't get out of it.
I feel for the families of people who have died. That's just being human. We're not partners, okay? But it's still an individual choice.
Well, just talking to somebody who's come from communism, the way that, government rule, the way they're pushing this, I'm like, what do you think,
Yeah, I think you keep letting government take control, the more they'll be in your pocket, the more dependent you'll be. You never get away from it. So there's an armed revolution.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm pissed off about what they did to the country. I know y'all are scared or whatever, but I'm fucking not. And if you're scared and you want to go stay in your house and close your business, that's your business. It's not anybody's business to tell somebody else to do that because they're scared.